Hi everyone, long time no see. So I thought I'll do a quick video on my carnivorous plants that I have in my collection. So if you see this, you must have seen this in your textbooks. You must have learnt about these plants. These are Venus flytraps. Okay, so if you put an insect in here, it's very interesting to see the plant just close its leaves, right? And they have these teeth-like structures. So this is the Venus flytrap. Interestingly, this one here, what I have here is a living moss. It's not the typical sphagnum moss that you get, which is the dried moss, but this is a living moss that I picked up. And I'm trying to grow my Ludicea discolor, which is the jewel orchid. I've already done a video on this before. So I'm trying to grow the jewel orchid in that. So I have two varieties now. So I have this one which is actually grown quite a bit, and it is also giving two new growth. You see this one, this is a pretty little small tender little new growth that is coming from here. It's kind of happy with the sphagnum moss media. This one is a relatively new one which is just settling in. See the leaves on it, how beautiful are they? Okay, again a beautiful different kind of a jewel orchid, beautiful leaves waiting for this fellow to settle down in his new home. And if you see these leaves, they are very different. So the two varieties are different. So this is more parallel to the center leaf versus this is more of a different pattern. And apart from that, I have the pitcher plants here. So again, two varieties. So this one is called the Nepenthes, and this one is actually the Gaia variety, Thai variety, which is Gaia variety. And then this one again is a pitcher plant, but if you see the two different pictures, they look so different. So this is a pretty common variety. This is called ventrata. Okay, Nepenthes ventrata. And pitcher plant is again a carnivorous plant. So the way the pitcher plant grows or how it feeds itself is if any insect comes and falls into this. These are actually modified leaves. Pictures are nothing but the modified leaves. So you see it at the edge of the leaves. So any insect that crawls in, there is some nice nectar or a very sticky substance like nectar inside here. And the insect gets drowned in that and dies, and the plant is able to dissolve it or internalize it, okay, or digest it. So that's how the pitcher plant works. Similarly here, this one again, Venus flytrap. If an insect gets trapped in between these two leaves, it will just close its leaves and it digests the food. So after a few days, you'll find the leaves opening back again. I think most of these are well fed, so their leaves are pretty much closed now. This is a great time pass, especially with your kids. If finding some insects and feeding them and seeing the leaves close, it's a wonderful way to spend time and also develop that liking for plants of a different variety amongst kids. All said and done, carnivorous plants are not very easy to keep. They need this very moist, humid environment. So if I'm using the sphagnum moss, which I have kept relatively wet or moist, not really soaking wet, but it is relatively moist, so that there is enough humidity. And I've plugged in the jewel orchids into the same media because jewel orchids also do like that kind of media. Okay, so on the other hand, if you look at the Nepenthes, these guys like a lot of sun, okay, but they also like humid situation. So both. So they love to be watered. So these plants are again in a sphagnum moss media, and I'm hanging them in the sunniest part of my balcony, but keeping them relatively moist as well. So that's how they like it though. So they have to be watered almost every day and then kept in the sunniest part of the balcony so that there's enough humidity to go around and enough moisture to go around, but at the same time they need the sun to be able to develop those pictures. So this is my carnivorous plants collection as well as the living moss. Thanks for watching, and if you find these videos helpful, please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thanks so much. Bye.